first to the front.
Please rise for the singing of our national anthem and remain standing for the singing of our alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Moore's hills in stately splendor, we look up to thee for light, and to thee our hearts surrender for the glory of thy might. Moore's hills, thy children are we, and we love thy colors bright. We will always sing the story of the scarlet and the white. Alma mater, alma mater, alma mater, we love thee. Moore's hills from thee we've taken, and this pledge we wish to give. You will never be forsaken, for as long as we may live. Moore's hills, thy youths are mighty, they have conquered many a foe. Moore's hills, we yet will love thee, though the years may come and go.
Team, Dom, ready? 1, 2, 3, set. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, parents, guardians, grandparents, friends, and loved ones. I have the extreme pleasure this morning to represent this high school, the Central Office Administrative Team, and the Board of Education, and welcome you all to Graduation Day 2026 on this glorious morning on Gifford Field. We come together to honor a group of exceptional young people who collectively represent our deepest hopes, our strongest sense of purpose, and our highest aspirations to share a life of peace and harmony. We come to celebrate our graduates, and the morning belongs to them. But in sharing their lives, it also belongs to us. With a sense of deep respect for all they have accomplished and for all they leave us in legacy, please join me in saluting the class of 2026. Of all the forces we feel on Commencement Day, perhaps the greatest force of all is that of personal reflection. A time for you, the graduates, to take pause and consider the special people who walked beside you for many years, through many trials, reminding you that achieving is truly a team effort. I have every confidence that each senior here this morning will find the right time to thank family and loved ones. But today will be your final opportunity to thank the teachers, counselors, coaches, advisors, and mentors in your school family who have played a central part in your Morris Hills High School journey. They are among the best professionals on earth, committed to your success story as both students and human beings. I call upon you, faculty members in attendance, to please stand, and I call upon you, the senior class, to offer them a round of applause as a final tribute to their efforts. And now, as our commencement ceremony unfolds, may it bring you all the pride and pleasure you justly deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin by introducing the new class officers of the class of 2027. Please welcome to the podium Mr. Cullen Diffley, Senior Class Vice President.
Good morning and welcome, members of the Board of Education, President Mr. Michael Weiser-Zach, and Board Member Ms. Barbara Levy, Superintendent Mr. Nicholas Norcia, Business Administrator Ms. Danielle Matofsky, Principal Dr. Toriello, District and Building level administrators, faculty, family, and classmates. My name is Cullen Diffley, and as your class of 2026 Vice President, it has been an honor serving this school community. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce next year's class officers. Please welcome the Treasurer of the Class of 2027, Leo Baloney, the Secretary of the Class of 2027, Wasim Almanakli, the Vice President of the Class of 2027, Violet Valencia, and the President of the Class of 2027, Ella D'Agostino. I wish the officers the best of luck in their senior year.
Thank you, Cullen. And on behalf of the class of 2027, we wish all the graduates the best of luck in their future endeavors.
Offering today's invocation for the graduating class is Senior Class Treasurer, Mr. T.J. Gordimer.
Good morning, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. My name is T.J. Gordimer, and I'm the treasurer for the class of 2026. I am incredibly honored to be standing here before you all today to welcome you to the Morris Hills 73rd Annual Graduation Ceremony. I'd like to start by expressing my deepest gratitude to everyone who has helped us reach this moment. Standing here today, it's easy to focus on the excitement of graduation, but what really matters is recognizing the people who made this journey possible. To all of our teachers, thank you for the patience, dedication, and effort you've shown us over these past 4 years. We know that working with high school students isn't always easy. There's days we are distracted, unmotivated, or just plain difficult, but you never give up on us. You challenged us when we needed it, supported us when we struggled, and believed in us even when we didn't fully believe in ourselves. The lessons you taught us go far beyond academics. They taught us discipline, responsibility, and how to keep pushing forward when things get tough. To our families, thank you for the constant love and support you've shown us over these past 4 years. From the early mornings getting us to school, to the late nights helping us study, or just listening when we were overwhelmed, you've been our foundation. You celebrated our successes, no matter how small, and helped us through our failures without ever letting us feel alone. We may not always say it enough, but everything we've accomplished here today is just as much yours as it is ours. And to our friends, thank you for making these last 4 years something we'll never forget. You've been there through everything, the stress of big exams, the chaos of group projects, the highs of big wins, and the lows of setbacks. You've laughed with us, stressed with us, and grown with us. These friendships are some of the most meaningful parts of our high school experience, and even as we move forward, those memories and bonds will always be with us. As we sit here today, we close one chapter and start a new one, full with uncertainty, opportunity, and growth. We're all about to take different paths, whether that's college, careers, or even journeys we haven't even fully planned yet, but we leave here with the same foundation that Morris Hills has given us. We leave here more prepared, more resilient, and more capable than we were 4 years ago. I want to leave you with a quote from Winston Churchill. "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." As we move forward in life, it's important to keep this in mind because nothing we achieve or fail at will ever be the final definition of who we are. There will be moments of success that we're proud of, but we can't let them make us complacent. And there will be moments of failure that feel discouraging, but we can't let them stop us from continuing forward. Ultimately, life is constantly changing, and what will matter most is our ability to stay grounded no matter what stage we're in. So class of 2026, as we turn this page together, let's not be afraid of what comes next. Let's be excited. Let's carry everything we've learned, both inside and outside the classroom, and use it to build something meaningful for ourselves and for the people around us. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the podium the young woman who has led her class this year as class president, Miss Isabella Ramirez.
Good morning, family, faculty, loved ones, and of course, the incredible class of 2026. For those who don't know me, my name is Izzy Ramirez, and I am honored to be this year's senior class president. Today is a day that many of us have been waiting for, yet it still feels hard to believe that it's finally here. As I stand here looking out at all of you, I can't help but feel grateful for every moment that's brought us to this stage. First, I want to thank our families. Thank you for your endless support, encouragement, and sacrifices. Whether it was helping us through those difficult days, celebrating our accomplishments, or simply believing in us when we doubted ourselves, we would not be here without you. I also want to thank our teachers, administrators, and staff. Thank you for your countless hours you've dedicated to helping us learn, grow, and succeed. Your impact extends far beyond the classroom, and the lessons you've taught us will stay with us long after graduation. This school has always been unlike any other to me. I've always believed it was one of the best schools, and I stand by that today. Not just because of the academics, but because of the people. The school spirit, the traditions, the activities, and the sense of community created something truly special. There was always something about here that reminded us we are part of something bigger than ourselves, and that's not something every school can say. And despite the early mornings that none of us wanted to wake up for, the long days, the tests, the homework, the annoyance of SmartPass, and even the disappointment of finding out there were no fries on Wednesdays, somehow we made it. Looking back, it's funny how those little things became such a big part of our everyday lives. The laughs in class, the inside jokes, the school events, and all the memories we made along the way are what we'll remember the most. Those moments are what made these 4 years ours. Most importantly, they reminded us of how far we've come. Through every challenge, every alarm, and every obstacle, we kept going, and now we're here. As I look around at the class of 2026, it's incredible to see how much we've all grown over the past 4 years. We've grown as students, as friends, and as people. We've learned from our successes, our mistakes, and the challenges we faced along the way. Every great chapter deserves a part 2, and I'm grateful I got to share mine with all of you. The memories we've made, the lessons we've learned, and the friendships we've built have all shaped us into the people we are today, and that's something I'll always be thankful for. As we move forward into the next chapter of our lives, we'll all take different paths. Some of us will attend college, some will enter the workforce, and some will serve our communities in different ways. But no matter where life takes us, we will always share the bond of being the Morris Hills class of 2026. Class of 2026, we should all be proud of ourselves because we did this together. Now, for one last time, here's the joke of the day. Why did the graduate bring a ladder to graduation? Because they heard it was the next step. Thank you. Anyways, as my good friends like to say, it's not over until it's over. So, don't be a stranger. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Morris Hills High School is exceedingly proud of the academic accomplishments of the class of 2026. We are especially proud to recognize 2 individuals from the class, both of whom have left their academic mark on this great high school. It is with extreme pride that I invite to the podium the senior with the 2nd highest ranking academic average in the class of 2026, headed to New Jersey Institute of Technology Honors College in September. Please welcome salutatorian Ms. Kushi Prajapati to deliver her address.
Good morning, class of 2026, parents, friends, teachers, and faculty. I'd like to say that I'm so incredibly proud of everyone for making it to this day, that despite all the challenges and obstacles in our paths, we've made it to an incredible moment. To be honest, for the last few weeks, I've sat around a lot just thinking about what I should talk about in the speech, because there were just so many things I wanted to address. And so, I Googled what it means to be a salutatorian. The etymology, which is the meaning of a word, of salutatorian is as follows. It means to greet or to wish health to, coming from the Latin derivative salutare, salute. And when I read that, I was kind of confused. What do you mean I'm supposed to greet someone at a graduation? Isn't that supposed to be where I say goodbye? But the more I thought about it, I realized that what I truly wanted to say was a greeting for you all. A greeting saying, congratulations, you've made it to the end of the beginning. But with every new beginning also comes a reflection of how far we've come. And in my journey in particular, there's a few people I truly want to thank. My first thank you goes to my parents. When I was 2 years old, my parents made the brave decision to move to America as first-generation immigrants, leaving behind their families, homes, and everything they knew just for the chance at a better life for themselves and their children. And it was thanks to their perseverance, sleepless nights, and courage that I've gotten the opportunity to stand up here today. Throughout my life, I've heard my mom say this one Gujarati saying to me over and over, "Try karvama sujai," translating to, what do you have to lose with just trying? And it's been my motto ever since I first heard it. It's inspired me to try new, sometimes scary things in my life, and I have to give her credit, because I wouldn't be where I am now without taking those opportunities. It's a motto I'll be taking into my future, letting it guide me into new paths, and I hope you all give it a shot as well. And as I thank my parents for all their wisdom, I'd like for you all to thank your parents as well, for the sacrifices they've made and the unwavering support they've provided. It was the actions of my parents that inspired me to step out of my comfort zone, and those actions brought many rewards. One such being incredible friends, who I'd like to thank next. Thank you to my friends, who have always been by my side and will continue to be in my heart forever. As an out-of-district student, one of my biggest fears in coming here to Morris Hills was not being able to find people who would brave high school by my side. Even if you aren't an out-of-district student, I think everyone can relate to the fear of not having someone who will support you. But it took one leap of faith, just one chance at communication, that brought me some of the most precious people in my life. From playing on the same sports team, doing club competitions together, having late night study sessions, FaceTiming for the juiciest tea drops, laughing about crazy inside jokes, to just hanging out at Dunkin' in the morning. Each shared memory brought us closer together. Those small moments became so mundane and routine in my life that I've forgotten to truly cherish them, with how fleeting life can be. At the beginning of the year, my friend said that senior year would feel a lot like that one ABBA song. Titled, Slipping Through My Fingers, senior year has now become a glowing memory that I'll never forget. The friends we once thought were inseparable, we must now say goodbye to. And to be honest, I'm also a bit scared for the future, because the world just seems so big for someone who still feels so small. But there's this one quote by Nelson Mandela that I've seen repeatedly. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. It's okay to feel scared, and even apprehensive of the future. We are going through such a big change in our lives. But despite the uncertainties, we must persevere. It's the effort we put in to overcome those obstacles that bring us the greatest gifts. And for me, one of those gifts was the gift of friendship. And as we start this new chapter in our lives, I've made a promise to myself that I hope you'll consider adopting as well, to continue living with the lessons I've learned and to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's okay to not have everything figured out. Honestly, I think adults are lying to me sometimes when they say they've understood life. Because how can you truly grasp the intricacies of what it means to be human? Though I don't have a solid answer to that question, based on what I've learned so far, I think being human means to explore the world with intention, courage, and hope. And so, I wish you all good luck. May you fill your lives with happiness and fulfillment. Thank you.
It is now with equal pride that I invite to the podium the senior who leads the class by earning the highest academic average among all of our graduates, assuming the rank of our 2026 valedictorian, headed for Rensselaer Polytech Institute come September. Please welcome valedictorian Ms. Florence So to deliver her address.
Good morning, Morris Hill staff, fellow students, families, and loved ones. I am here today to tell you a story. I was called down to Dr. Torriello's office one day early May, and he told me something like this. Congratulations, you are the valedictorian for the class of 2026. As a reward for this accomplishment, you get to have one final homework assignment. Those weren't his exact words, but it was something of that spirit. This speech is both the easiest and most difficult assignment I've had in high school, because on one hand, I can say almost anything. On the other hand, I can say almost anything. So what do I say? I began my search for a topic. I asked my mom what she said in her valedictory address. I watched dozens of other speeches on YouTube. And as days passed, the deadline for my speech rapidly approaching, I wrote nothing. But I was thinking about writing something. And we all know that thinking about doing the assignment counts as doing the assignment, right? So let's talk about procrastination. I'm sure you're all familiar with the process. We are given an assignment, a set of physics problems, an essay, or a presentation. And we are given a deadline so that we can, in theory, map out how we will use the time we have until then to go from 0 to 100 on the progress bar. But many people, myself included, delay. Some of us scroll through reels, others hang out with friends, and when we get time to work on the assignment, we tell ourselves, I'll do that later. Then the night the assignment is due, we click the turn in button 5 minutes before 11:59 p.m. I think it is interesting how when we procrastinate an assignment, we only start working on it because there is a due date. We may not want to solve those physics problems or write the English paper, but we do so because we know that by a certain day and time, those assignments have to be done. And because of that, we progress in our education. Deadlines move us forward and push us to change, even when we may not want to. That is what graduation is to me, a deadline, one that marks the end of my time in high school. But despite spending 4 years here, I can't help but feel the same way I did on those nights when I was anxiously working on an assignment I had procrastinated. I wish I had more time. I remember graduating for the very first time in elementary school. I had friends I loved, teachers that knew me well, and a comfortable daily routine. As that graduation day approached, I remember thinking, life is good, so why must the good times come to an end? And wishing that I could stay in that school with all my friends and teachers for a little while longer. Of course, I had to move on to middle school and then high school, and in that period of time, so much has happened. I've picked up new skills like knitting and fencing. I learned how to write a research paper and use Gauss's law to find the electric field passing through a point on a surface enclosing an electric charge. I have grown to be more confident, mature, and resilient than I was 4 years ago. In order for all of that to happen, I had to leave elementary school. So today I am back in that same position, where I am on the border of this current chapter of my life and the next one. And when given the choice, I would choose for every day to continue like the previous. I want to continue working through physics problems with my friends and playing unstable unicorns, where we put our friendship momentarily on hold in order to betray one another and collect the greatest number of unicorns. To quote ABBA, sometimes I wish that I could freeze the picture and save it from the funny tricks of time. But graduation is a deadline that I cannot push back. I cannot ask for an extension or accept the late penalty. Time moves forward, and every moment must eventually become a memory. Don't get me wrong, I am excited for the future. I know that in college, I will learn so many more things inside and outside of the classroom and grow as a person in ways I cannot even predict yet. But I am saddened by the cost of that. So to all the people I've met over these past 4 years, you make me want to say, graduation, college, saying goodbye, I'll do that later. And I hope in 4 years, when I'm graduating college, I feel the same way as I do now, because it would mean that I formed connections as wonderful as the ones I've been lucky to create here. To my fellow graduates, remember that deadlines are only steps towards your success, and they made our time together all the more special. With that, I conclude my final assignment. Congratulations, class of 2026. I wish you all the best for the future.
Mr. Norcia, members of the Board of Education and Central Office personnel, my dear colleagues, parents, guardians, grandparents, family members, and most importantly, those we come to honor this morning, our graduates in the class of 2026. I come to this graduation podium today with the same two profound feelings that occupy my thoughts every year as we turn the calendar from May to June and another commencement day arrives. The first is gratitude, deep gratitude for the privilege of serving as your principal throughout these past 4 years. To witness your growth, to cheer for your accomplishments, to support you through setbacks, and to celebrate who you have become is truly one of the greatest honors of my life. The second is wonder. Every spring I find myself asking that same question. What message can I offer that may help you leave Morris Hills with a greater sense of understanding about how to navigate this crazy, complicated, beautiful world we all share? This year, I found that message by reflecting on all of you and on a phrase that has surrounded this senior class all year long. It appears on the cover of your yearbook, but it also captures the spirit of your journey together. The theme is better than ever. At first glance, it may seem like a simple celebration of a senior year filled with memories, milestones, and accomplishments. But the more I sat with that theme, the more I realized it says something far deeper about this class, because better than ever is not about perfection. It's not about everything going exactly to plan. It's not about having the easiest road, the clearest skies, or the smoothest path. Better than ever is about becoming. It's about growth. It's about resilience. It's about what happens when things don't go according to plan and you rise anyway. I saw that so clearly just a few weeks ago during your senior picnic. Let's be honest, the weather did not get my very detailed memo or my email reminder. When I woke up that May morning and checked the forecast, I knew I had to make a decision. Gray skies, rain coming, our outdoor senior picnic, the one we had all been looking forward to, was in jeopardy. So that morning, I made the call to move everything inside. It wasn't the plan any of us had imagined. But what unfolded that day was something far better and meaningful than a forecast could ever predict. You showed up, all of you, and you brought everything with you. You threw yourselves into the games with the same enthusiasm you would have brought on the sunniest of days. You competed, you laughed, you signed yearbooks, you shared meals. You sat shoulder to shoulder with people you've known since kindergarten and made memories that somehow felt both brand new and nostalgic all at once. And not a single raindrop dampened what happened inside those walls. Because what made the day special had nothing to do with sunshine. It had everything to do with you, your flexibility, your spirit, your joy, your willingness to embrace the moment you were given and make something meaningful out of it. That day reminded me of what Morris Hills High School has always been about: community, family, resilience, showing up for one another, finding joy in imperfect circumstances, choosing to make something great out of whatever you are given. And class of 2026, you did exactly that, over and over again, which is why I keep coming back to this idea of better than ever. Because you are not the same people who walked through those doors as freshmen in August of 2022. You are stronger, wiser, more thoughtful, more confident, more prepared. You have been shaped by challenge, by change, by friendship, by disappointment, by achievement, and by perseverance. And through all of it, you have become better than ever. Recently, I found myself reflecting on another powerful moment, one that happened far beyond Morris Hills, but one we all shared together as a country. In April, astronaut Christine Koch spoke after returning from the Artemis mission, a historic step in humanity's renowned effort to explore deep space and prepare for future missions to the moon. While the mission represented an extraordinary scientific achievement, it was her reflection on the people behind the mission that has stayed with me ever since. She said someone asked her this: what makes a crew different from a team? And after years of thinking about it, she arrived at this answer: a crew is a group of people who are in it together all the time, no matter what. They move with the same purpose. They sacrifice for each other. They give grace. They hold each other accountable. They are, in her words, inescapably, beautifully, dutifully linked. When I read Koch's words, I immediately thought of you, class of 2026. You are a crew. You have studied together, competed together, performed together, won together, lost together, learned together, and grown together. You have carried each other through ordinary days and extraordinary moments. You know each other's stories, you know each other's strengths, you know what it means to cheer each other on, to lift each other up, and to keep moving forward together. Soon you will head in different directions, different campuses, cities, careers, and futures. And yet, in so many ways, you will remain connected, because once you have been part of a crew like this one, those ties don't disappear. You carry them forever. Christina Koch also reflected on looking back at Earth from space. She said what struck her most was not just the beauty of the planet. It was the vast darkness around it, and how Earth appeared like a lifeboat floating in the universe. Her conclusion was simple but profound. Planet Earth, you are a crew. I think the same can be said of Morris Hills. This place has been your crew your lifeboat, a place where you were challenged, a place where you were supported, a place where you discovered who you are and who you were becoming. And as you leave here today in stately splendor, I hope you remember that wherever life takes you next, you do not go alone. You carry this community with you. You carry each other with all of you. You carry each other with you. And you carry the responsibility to continue building community wherever you go. And today, you stand here on Gifford Field because of your hard work. So as you leave Morris Hills and prepare to launch into the next chapter of your lives, I hope you embrace the same spirit of exploration that powered the Ardent mission. The destinations ahead will not be known, and the path forward will not always be clearly marked. In many ways, your future is a choose-your-own-adventure story. The choices you make, the risks you take, the people you surround yourself with, and the challenges you are willing to accept will shape the journey ahead. And as you begin this next adventure, I leave you with this. Stay positive, stay close, stay connected, stay better than ever, and remember, Morris Hills High School shall forever be your home. Thank you. At this time, it gives me great honor to introduce my dear friend and colleague, Mr. Dominique Dixon.
The Home and School Association of Morris Hills High School has generously donated $8,500 in scholarships for this school year to be given to students who made significant contributions of time, effort, and energy to the school community. In addition to the scholarships, this outstanding group of parents donated $2,000 for project graduation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will now read the 17 Home and School Scholarship recipients. The recipients are asked to please rise when their names are called and remain standing until all the Home and School Scholarship recipients have been called. Please hold your applause until all the names have been called. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 recipients of the Home and School Association scholarships: Luna Gomez, Carly Haig, Marcellus Hand, Nadia Jabbar, Hannah Giardinella, Alexis Curas, Jackson Magliaro, Ella Michko, Linda Nickvalata, Rowie Paglangayan, Gina Piazzi, AJ Piambino, Rishi Purukala, Nicole Rivera, Leah Scalzo, Jackie Sheldon, and Max Wolf. Please help me welcome our next presenter, Mr. Gene Melvin, for the 4-year Excelsior Medallion Awards.
The Excelsior Medallion is awarded to those students who have maintained an average of 93 or better during their high school career. The following seniors have satisfied this requirement and have been honored here today with the Medallion of Accomplishment. Excelsior Medallion winners are asked to please rise when their names are called and remain standing until all award winners have been announced. Please hold your applause until all recipient names have been called. Amelia Alblas, Alexander Angomas, Ryan Bangesh, Sahaj Bandari, Shiamak Bhatt, Zoe Biddleman, Faith Baudet, Leslie Burry Zambrano, Ronnie Cano, Abhinav Chandalu, Aiden Champarathi, Alexander Chen, Jennifer Chen, Grace Daly, Anvi Desai, Vaidehi Desai, Cullen Diffley, Vishanka Dixit, Shannon Dorr, Jacob Drobish, John Ferdinandi, Jasa Ferreira, Mason French, Ralph Gioso, Wyatt Glasser, Carlos Godoy, Angelo Gomez Mendoza, Giselle Gonzalez, Tyler Gordimer, Anderson Harris, Daniela Hidalgo, Nathaniel Hong, Natalie Isia Orr, Tara Iyer, Nadia Jabbar, Moses G., Tatfa Kabat, Nanki Kuar, Braden Kopp, Venela Kunchala, Ryan Labato, Richard Lampman, Evan Landry, Jackson Magliaro, Oma Mahika, Ria Manny, Emily Mendola, Ella Michko, Evan Morgenstrand, Eileen Najafov, Linda Nichvolota, Mira Nickel, Juan Eduardo Ospina, Angela Otero, Roe Panglingayan, Raj Pahilwani, Rishi Parikh, Anya Patel, Kashfi Patel, Krish Patel, Isla Perkowski, Hannah Phillips, Gina Piazzi, Soham Pillai, Sarush Pundla, Kushi Prajapati, Rishi Puzakal, Twisha Rai, Anushka Rajesh, Tapti Rana, Matthew Rendon Silan, Mateo Rossi, Sophia Salazar, Alexa Saltz, Dhanasari Saranya, Timothy Selaminth, Om Shah, Sahil Sharma, Jackie Sheldon, Emma Simpkins, Florence So, Shreya Sinaran, Jacob Sun, Shreya Surdi, Yusuf Syed, Ishan Trivedi, Harsha Tumu, Dylan Turner, Marianne Ugarte, Pranav Vanga, Sanjana Vengalam, Anirudh Venkatesan, Isabel Wang, Theron Wang, Charlotte Waiteka, Noah Yao. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 Excelsior Medallion Award winners. To continue with our program, I'd like to call up Dr. Kevin Doyle to the stage.
The Magna program for Math and Science is a rigorous four-year program with a focus on individual research. Students in the Magna program receive training in scientific investigation, advanced data analysis, and technical writing through a series of research-based courses consisting of research-based analysis, AP Seminar, and AP Research. The following seniors have completed all program requirements and have been honored here today with a medallion. Students in the Magna program are asked to please rise when their names are called and remain standing until all the Magna seniors have been announced. I ask that you please hold your applause until all students have been called. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 graduates of the Magna program for Math and Science: Videhi Desai, Cullen Diffley, Ralph Gioso, Anderson Harris, Nathaniel Hong, Vanella Kunchala, Ria Mani, Rishi Parikh, Kashfi Patel, Gina Piazzi, Sarosh Pundla, Kushi Prajapati, Twisha Rai, Florence So, Shreya Sridharan, Shreya Surti, and Sanjana Vegalam. Thank you. Please be seated. Morris Hills High School is one of 21 high schools in the state of New Jersey to house an aviation and aerospace program and is among a small group of schools graduating a cohort of aviation students in the entire nation. Students in the program explore aviation, aerospace, and unmanned aircraft systems through a rigorous course sequence that combines classroom learning with hands-on experience. Along the way, students develop the knowledge and skills needed to pursue FAA credentials and work towards obtaining their Part 107 remote license while at Morris Hills. Students in the aviation and aerospace program are asked to please rise when their names are called and to remain standing until all seniors have been announced. I ask that you please hold your applause until all students have been called. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 graduates of the aviation and aerospace program: Jeremy Colon Trujillo, Luis Macareno, Nolan Ribeiro, Jacob Rogel Soriano, and Mia Wright. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce Mrs. Emily Parcosi.
AVID, or Advancement via Individual Determination, is a 4-year nationwide program for high school students to prepare them for college and career and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Morris Hills High School AVID graduates. Please hold your applause. AVID graduates, please stand when your name is called. Alexander Ngomez, Jeza Ferreira, Carly Haig, Daniela Hidalgo, Anthony Ayapica, Alejandro Jimenez, Evan Landry, Joshua Levin, Ryan McGavin, Evan Morgenstern, Angela Otero, Robert Parsons, Logan Fair, Tomas Ramirez Alvarez, Nicole Rivera, Sophia Salazar, Anthony Safe, Andre Cerna, Marianne Ugarte. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 AVID graduates.
This June, Morris Hills High School bids farewell to 4 exceptional staff members, all of whom begin their retirement after serving our district with distinction for many years. Although we send them off with our blessing, their absence here will be bittersweet for students and staff alike. 13 years ago, we began a new tradition at commencement by calling upon our retirees to present the final and most coveted award that Morris Hills High School bestows on one of its graduates, the Olga Bertha Most Valuable Student Award. Please join me in congratulating retirees, Ms. Jen Bomer, Mrs. Michelle Swicegood, Mr. Gustavo Suarez, and Mr. Ed Fay to make this final presentation. They leave us a legacy of exceptional and extraordinary personal service to students and staff, with a combined total of 90 years in education. We watch them take their leave of Morris Hills High School with deepest appreciation for the years they have spent with us in professional contribution. We wish them all the best of life. Please welcome to the podium some of our retirees.
Oh, okay. The Olga Bertha Award is given to the student who meets the following requirements and is designated as the outstanding student at Morris Hills High School. These traits are high character, outstanding school citizenship, high standards of scholarship, participation in school activities. The recipient will receive a $1,100 check, the Olga Bertha Honor Award pin, and a recording of the speech made by Mrs. Bertha, a member of the First Board of Education, during the first graduation ceremony in 1954, at which time she established the Olga Bertha Award. In addition, the recipient's name will be added to a permanent plaque located in our Academic Hall of Fame. This year, the student receiving the award by a vote of the faculty and administration is Faith Baudet. Congratulations, sweetheart. That's for you. And a big hug.
Exceptional school systems are led by exceptional leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege and honor to invite to the podium the man and educator and my dear friend who leads the Morris Hills Regional District with commitment, vision, and loyalty. Please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Nicholas Norcia. Mr. Norcia, By the power vested in me by the state of New Jersey and the Morris Hills Regional District Board of Education, I hereby certify that the students present have completed all the requirements of the state of New Jersey and the Morris Hills Regional District Board of Education and are eligible for their certificates of graduation. And the moment you've been waiting for. Okay, Michael, you're with me. Nick, you're with me.
Isabel Victoria Ramirez, President of the Class of 2026.
Cullen George Diffley, Vice President of the Class of 2026.
Devki Patel, Secretary of the Class of 2026.
TJ Gordimer, Treasurer of the Class of 2026.
Florence Isabel So, Valedictorian of the Class of 2026.
Kushi Prajapati, Salutatorian of the Class of 2026.
Keon Tremaine Andrews, Jr., President of the Student Government Association.
Faith Baudet, Vice President of the Student Government Association.
Ralph Mario Gioso, Treasurer of the Student Government Association.
Sahej Bandari, Academy Scholar.
Zoe Ray Biddleman.
Leslie Michelle Burry Zambrano.
Abhinav Chandalu. Grace May Daly.
Anvi Desai.
Videhi Desai.
Shannon Ruth Dorr.
John Eric Ferdinandi, Jr.
Jasa Caroline Ferreira.
Justin Gerald Flynn.
Mason Connor French.
Devin Thomas Ginder.
Wyatt Aaron Glasser.
Carlos Cesar Godoy.
Giselle Mia Gonzalez.
Anderson Mitchell Harris.
Daniela Hidalgo.
Nathaniel Hong.
Tara Iyer.
Nadia Alyssa Jabbar.
Moses G.
Ava Marie John.
Tatva Kabat.
Nanki Kaur.
Braden Evan Kopp.
Ryan Daniel Labato.
Richard James Lampman Jr.
Evan Michael Landry.
Gianna Marie Ledford.
Jackson Lance Magliero.
Ria Swetha Money.
Emily Marjorie Mendola.
Ella Joe Mitchko.
Evan Duncan Morgenstond.
Eileen Layla Nadrafov.
Linda A. Nichvolota.
Mira Grace Nickel.
Juan Eduardo Ospina.
Angela Nicole Otero.
Roe Sidrell Paglingayan.
Raj Naveen Pahawani.
Anya Hiran Kumar Patel.
Kashvi Kashi Kumar Patel.
Chris Jutin Patel.
Emily Nicole Patrick.
Hannah Rachel Phillips.
Gina Francesca Piazzi.
Matthew Jake Pomeroy.
Sarosh Pundla.
Rishi Porakal.
Mariella Grace Quarno.
Twisha Rai.
Anushka Rajesh.
Tapti Rana.
Mateo Aldo Rossi.
Jake Adam Salazar.
Sophia Salazar.
Alexa Paige Saltz.
Danyashri Saranya.
Om M. Shah.
Jackie Sheldon.
Emma Claire Simpkins.
Shreya Sridharan.
Jacob Lynn Sun.
Shreya Pratik Surdi.
Sabrina Alessandra Trento.
Dylan Crane Turner.
Marianne B. Ugarte.
Pranav Bunga.
Sanjana Shri Vegalom.
Anirudh Venkatesan.
Isabel Sherry Wong.
Theron Wong.
Charlotte Rose Waiteka.
Noah Yao.
Jenny Chantel Acevedo.
Akuna Agbo.
Zain Talal Alabadi.
Nicholas Angelo Alberts Beneducci.
Amelia Johanna Alblas.
LeJohn Bernard Alexis.
Hector Fernando Alvarenga Ponce.
Juan David Alvarez Torres.
Alexander Ariel Ngomas.
Samantha Marie Aponte.
Jocelyn Sofia Ardila Perez.
Mikhail Rafael Arias.
Sophia Grace Arias.
Oludarasimi Trinity Asalu.
Jeremiah Chunhei Au.
Sara Isabela Aviles.
Mia Angelina Baldwin Vasquez.
Rayan Ali Bungash.
Camilla Angelina Baranechea.
Dylan Michelle Bass.
Natasha Chantal Beth.
Anthony Michael Beam Iacovino.
Sean Owen Bifus.
Justin Adrian Benitez.
Shamak Bott.
Lucy Bowden.
Kaori Sky Borns.
Anita Bortolamasi.
Omali Sarah Bosi.
Delendi Diana Bosque.
Eric Scott Bourdon.
Jacob Brout.
Vanessa Cabrera.
Ronnie Derek Cano.
Morgan Elizabeth Casal.
Alexander Casarrubias.
Isabella Casteno Catano.
Wilmer Castro.
Jose Cespedes.
Ashley Selena Chavez.
Luke Ron Chilel.
Aiden George Chemperetti.
Alexander Chen.
Ansh Chopra.
Lennon Christopher Sampiti.
Justin Joseph Clapsy.
Kristen Colindres.
Jeremy Colon Trujillo.
Stephen Jean Cruz.
Jeremy De Leon.
Christine Immaculata de la Monica.
Caroline Suzanne DeWorkin.
Vishaka Dixit.
Jacob Drobish.
Sarah Jasmine El Sayed.
Chanel Millet Escalante.
Santiago Espinosa.
Nicholas Falcone.
Matthew Scott Fescani.
Markella Feta.
Kimberly Noreen Figueroa.
Juan Flores Correa.
Brian Sean Ford.
Juan Foronda Puerta.
Teresa Ann Fort.
Eitan Frankel.
Maria Camila Gallego Londono.
Alejandra Valeria Garcia.
Ayana Amelia Garcia.
Marissa Ava Gates.
Michael Anthony Gates.
Noah Abraham Gabriel.
Amari Josiah B. Gibson.
Alexander Nicholas Jimenez.
Luna Isabella Gomez.
Angelo Gomez Mendoza.
Denny Andrea Gonzalez Perez.
Pablo Gonzalez.
Ali Gray.
Caden Sean Green.
Lucas Istueta Grippo.
Rain Grichowski.
Abraham Guerra.
Caitlin Guerrero Lopez.
Jose Guevara.
Rachel Guida.
Carly DeVue Haig.
Marcellus Andrew Hand.
Sonia Ann Hansen.
Ryan William Hartzucker.
Miazeta Bruno Heidler.
Carol Anau.
Mia Bella Anau.
Michael Hernandez.
Nora Giselle Hernandez.
Scarlett Hernandez Pavon.
Luke Ryan Hubsher.
Orlando Hurtado Torres.
Anthony Stephen Ayapica.
Natalie Giselle Isaiah Ore.
Ainley Jacques.
Melanie Hanania.
Naomi Jaramillo.
Hannah Giardinella.
Brian Escat Matias Hasso.
Alejandro Javier Jimenez.
Mariana Desiree Jimenez.
Mauricio Alexander Jimenez.
Caitlin Paige Keating.
Chloe Kilgallen.
Lola Kilgallen.
Zena Kishore.
Emmy Kohler.
Tyler Jack Kolk.
Christopher Scott Krogman.
Venela Kunchala.
Alexis Nylin Cures.
Kiara Samantha Leva Leva.
Joshua Levin.
Lila Sarah Levine.
Sarah Londonio Perez.
Nicole Lopez.
Caitlin Lynch.
Luis Alfonso Macareno.
Oma Makija.
Nicole Aniela Merrick.
Stephanie Marmolejo Murillo.
Josue Martinez.
Anthony Martinez Francisco.
Lucas Marulanda Medina.
Sebastian Matos.
Luis Mayorga.
Aliyah Sabria Mazzilli.
Drew Arthur McEntee.
Ryan Arthur McGavin.
Jordan Medina.
Jaden Medina Solano.
Camila Mia Melendez Santiago.
Arissa Marvelous.
Valeria Nicole Morales.
Anthony Moreno.
Davia Morgan.
Andrew Rocco Mucci IV.
Gabriela Murillo Robledo.
Andrew Esnaro.
Cole Mason Nekich.
Maria Nunez Gamboa.
Matthew Ochoa Villa.
Kelvin Orozco.
Sebastian Ortiz.
Olivia Eve Pacheco.
Aubrey Payton.
Sarah Lynn Virgilia Palma.
Rishi A. Parikh.
Robert Jonathan Parsons.
Juan Camilo Perdomo Jimenez.
Genesis Perez.
Isla Grace Perkowski.
Marcus P. Petit Ferrer.
Logan James Farrer.
Donna Sophia Pico.
Soham Pilley.
AJ George Piombino.
Brian Ponce Perez.
Alexander David Pruden.
Alexis Quintero.
Natalia Coroga Betancourt.
Sofia Quiroz.
Jocelyn Ramirez.
Tomas Ramirez Alvarez.
Sofia Regalado.
Aisha Rahman.
Matthew J. Randon Sayan.
Nicolás Reyes Oliva.
Nolan Walter Ribeiro.
Nicole Carmen Rivera.
Anthony Stephen Rivecchio.
Marvin Alexander Rodriguez.
Victoria Maria Rodriguez.
Jefferson Rodriguez Maldonado.
Jacob Ariel Rogel Soriano.
Jorge Rojas Jr.
Anthony Rosado.
Litzy Rosales.
Kayla E. Ruiz.
Taylor Avery Salazar.
Fawn Salmon.
Leonardo Zamudio.
Damian Angel Sanchez.
Leah Bell Scalzo.
Jupiter Scarpa.
Anthony R. Safe.
Andres Cerna.
Sammy Hassam Shaheen.
Sahil R. Sharma.
Jason Shaw.
Stephen Michael Shee.
Patrick Searsma.
Erica Sinchi.
Madison Joy Smith Coulter.
Ravi Milan Soni.
Joshua Robert Sosa.
Taylor Lynn Steidel.
Carter Henry Steinbrenner.
Samantha Elizabeth Stickle.
Yusuf Mohammed Sayed.
Ishan Trivedi.
Harsha Tumu.
Timothy Daniel Valentine.
Abigail Nibisela Rebollo.
Adriana Valera Vargas Salguero.
Alex Vasquez Aguilar.
Carolina Elizabeth Vasquez.
Jose Vasquez.
Salome Vija Castaño.
Jean S. Villasantos.
Brianna Charlene Virgin Ardonda.
Benjamin Heber Wands.
Megan Watt.
Samantha Grace Welsh.
Rebecca Joy Williams.
Maxwell Napoleon Wolf.
Mia Angelina Wright.
Jordan Rose Zeke.
Paulina Marie Zevany.
Nicholas John Zuzio.
And Valentina Pulido.
Will everyone please rise? Sharing these proceedings with you today has been pure pleasure. To conclude this wonderful celebration, please welcome to the podium the class secretary, Ms. Devki Patel, who will now offer our benediction.
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Devki Patel, and I had the honor of being the secretary for the class of 2026 here at Morris Hills. I want to begin by acknowledging that this moment is not mine alone, but belongs to every student sitting here as we celebrate 4 years of dedication. To every family member who has encouraged us, supported us, and cared for us along the way, to every teacher and staff member who saw our potential even when we couldn't see it ourselves, I thank you. It is strange standing here right now because for many years we had all been counting down to this very moment. I used to think graduation was some faraway finish line. It was always someday. Someday we'd wear the bright red caps and gowns, someday we'd walk down the field, and someday we'd be saying goodbye to the halls we'd become so familiar with. But somehow, in a blink of an eye, someday turned into right now. 4 years ago, as 8th graders, we tried picturing what high school would look like. And while the reality of our time at Morris Hills may have looked different than those expectations, it became something we could have never imagined in the best way. We shared the same routines, the same schedules, the same everyday moments, and while there were always new faces we had wished we had more time to get to know, that's what makes this class so remarkable. With so many unique people all under one roof, 4 years almost doesn't seem like enough. If there was one small wish I'd carry out of here, it's that we'd have just a little more time, because I have a feeling that there were some incredible people sitting on this field that we are only just beginning to get to know. But this is not a failure. It truly just shows how outstanding this class is. We did not need one massive, identical group to accomplish what we did. Instead, we were a collection of different stories with different interests who all ended up in the same place. Even if we didn't hang out or walk the same path, we still built a culture where we rooted for each other, survived the worst weeks of the semester together, and ultimately made it to this field. Leaving the familiarity of Morris Hills weighs heavy, and I'm sure we are all feeling that mix of excitement and a little bit about uncertainty about what comes next. But if our time here has taught us anything, it is that we are capable of handling the unexpected. Lucius Seneca once said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." And as we have walked this field and now head in our separate directions, I hope that we could carry that resilience forward. The truth is, things won't always go perfectly, and there will be moments where we feel like we're starting over. But when that happens, I hope you remember the strength you found here. No matter how far apart we drift, we will always share this foundation. I hope that those hard lessons, genuine friendship, and the drive that we have built here are carried into our next chapter. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. Throw them.